this better? Yes, this is a little better. Okay, better lighting. I wonder what the crunching will sound like in this video. I haven't posted a yoga class in a while. A little bit of movement, feeling what the body needs, a little somatic stretching, and getting connected to our body, minds, and consciousness with my dogs crunching leaves all around. So the first thing I would get you to do, if you want, you can just shake out the body a little bit. And then you can root those feet into the mat. And you can bring them about mat width apart. I got a stick under there that I don't want. Not mat width apart, sorry, hip width apart. Bring your feet hip width apart. You can root all four corners of both feet into the mat. And then we don't want to lock the knee. We can keep a little bend in them. And we can just notice that connection to the mat. Notice that feeling of that contact point of the foot against the mat. And then just do a little body scan all the way from the foot or the feet, coming up through the legs, noticing the knees not locked, coming up through the upper legs. Pardon me, there's a truck driving by. It's about finding the peace amongst the chaos. Sometimes I don't want to practice yoga inside of my home, in my room in there, which I keep to meditation and yoga. Sometimes I want to be outside, and that's okay if there's noises. There's also cows behind me and dogs with me. The wind blowing. It's beautiful. So we've guided a little body scan. Maybe you continued going while I was babbling, or you go through the hips, and the lower back and the belly, and the upper ribs, and the chest, the heart, the lungs, the upper back, the hands, the wrists, the lower arms, the elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Maybe you've lengthened up a little bit as you open that heart. So you're just bringing those shoulder blades a little closer together, opening up the space in the chest, as we often, when we're seated, looking at our phones, things like this, we round the spine, curl it over. So just opening it up, bringing the crown of the head up to the sky as you do a little body scan all the way from the neck through the head to the crown of the head. And maybe you notice some areas of tightness or discomfort. Maybe you want to take a couple conscious breaths into that area. Feeding those sensations with oxygen, with intention, with prana or life force energy, with love. You might notice me rock back and forth a little bit. It's just me finding my footing again as I get distracted talking. And then noticing that breath as you guided those intended breaths into any areas that might have needed it. You may notice the quality of your breath moving. You may notice the thoughts getting caught up in the mind. Just connecting back to the sound of that breath. Feeling that groundedness helps a lot, especially here right now where it's so windy. Bringing excess air and wind qualities within us that bring anxiety, restlessness, nervousness, monkey mind, inability to settle. Just allowing yourself to listen to the pathway and the movement of the inhales and the exhales for 3 full breaths. You might close your eyes as you listen to the breath, or maybe they're just slightly open. taking one more full inhale and exhale here. And then just coming back into that rhythmic breathing. We'll start with the spinal warm-up here. You can bring those feet in a little closer together. You can guide your hands to Namaste prayer, or you can guide yourself to a acknowledgement of your body, Somaste, for one full breath. And then you can inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Hands may come to prayer or just slightly apart. And then on your exhale, you're going to hinge at your hip and you're going to come down towards the earth, letting the arms hang. Inhale, you're going to reach the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, you're going to bring the right arm down. Left arm reaches up and over, lengthening out the left side of the body. Then inhale, reach the right arm to meet up with the left. Lots of wind here. Exhale, left arm comes down as you release the breath, lengthening out the right side. So not collapsing here, but finding length and openness. Inhale, left arm up to meet the right. And exhale, slowly letting those arms come down towards the hips. Resetting, inhale, looking straight ahead. On the exhale, guiding those eyes over the right shoulder. Then inhale, looking forward. And exhale, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, back forward. And exhale, arms come down by the sides. Just notice your body here now. Again, feeling the feet, the contact points against the mat. Noticing the breath. And taking one more inhale and exhale here. And then inhale, exhale again. Namaste, Namaste. Your choice. This time we're going to go a little bit more extended. We're going to inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Stay here for a few breaths. You can have the knees exaggerated and bent. You can let the head hang, the arms hang heavy beside you. And then on your next inhale, press the hands into the shins and get a flat back. Inhale. Then exhale, fold. Then inhale, bend the knees, arms up overhead, hands to prayer. And exhale to heart center. Inhale, hands onto the hips. Exhale, looking over the right. Inhale forward. Exhale over the left. Inhale forward. And exhale, release. Now feeling that sensations in the body. Listening to a breath or two. And then again, inhale, hands to prayer or Namaste. For full inhale and exhale. Then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. This time, exhale, walk yourself into a plank. And the plank can be on your knees, if you'd like, or lifted. First round is always good on the knees. We don't need to compete with anyone, including ourselves at this moment. So the spine is long. Inhale. On the exhale, slowly bend the elbows and let them hug against the side of the body as you come all the way to the earth. Tops of the feet to the mat as well. Looking straight down. Inhale. On the exhale, press the hands lightly into the mat and begin lifting up the upper body. You don't have to use too much strength in the hands. You can almost lift them to see that you're using the strength of your spine to lift up. Then press the hands back into the earth. Inhale. On the exhale, curl the toes under, press the hands into the earth, and come into your first downward facing dog. So you can walk those feet about hip width apart. You can even bend the legs, pressing one heel to the earth, then the other. Walking the dog. Fingertips are wide, pressed into the earth, evenly distributing that weight. And then pressing both heels towards the earth, but they don't need to touch the earth. Just the general direction they're going, and we're not straining the neck. We're letting the head hang heavy. One more full breath here. If it feels better on your forearms, feel free to do so, depending about the wrists. Then you're going to inhale, lift the right leg, and exhale, swing it through. You're going to bring that left knee down. So now we're in a lunge, but with the knee onto the earth. You're going to inhale, open the heart. Almost got cactus arms here. Space in the chest, openness. You can look up towards the sky or straight ahead, depending how the neck feels. We're listening to our body. And on the exhale, we bring the hands to the earth. Curl the left toes under, lift that left knee. Right foot back to meet the left. Downward dog. Take a breath. Then inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, swing it through. Right knee to the earth, right top of the foot. Now we have that runner's lunge with our right knee onto the earth. Again, inhale, open up, find space in the heart. And exhale, hands to the earth. Curl the right toes under, lifting the right knee. Left foot back to meet the right. One breath here. Tika. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, walk or hop yourself to the front of the mat. Hang here for a full breath. Inhale, hands onto the shins, flat back. My hair is wild today. Exhale, melt. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up overhead, hands to prayer. And exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. Coming back here so you can see me. Feet rooted, feeling that strong foundation. Take a moment of rebalancing breaths here. Feeling the energy flowing, maybe any other physical sensations you may have, warmth, tingling. We'll take one more full breath here, and then we'll do one more round. So you can keep the hands to namaste or somaste if that feels better for you. Inhale, exhale. Then inhale, arms up overhead, hands to prayer, and exhale, fold. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, hands onto the shins, flat back. Exhale, walk yourself into plank, knees on the floor or lifted this round. Inhale, fill up, spine is long, crown of the head long. Exhale, let those elbows hug the body as you come to the earth. Looking down towards the mat, tops of the feet onto the earth. Inhale, exhale, lifting up with the chest, that mid-spine, all the strength in the back. Just allowing the hands no, thank you. No, no. Tika, Nina, no. Okay, lie down. Okay, come here. Come here, Nina. Tika. Okay, sit right there. That's a good girl. Okay, we're inhale, using the spine. Here, exhale. Press yourself into downward dog. And then we inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, swing it through, runner's lunge. You can keep that back leg, knee to the earth or lifted. And then inhale, open the heart. Exhale, hands to the earth, right foot back to meet the left. Take a breath here in downward dog. Inhale, left leg is lifted. Exhale, swing it through. Back leg can be knee to the earth or lifted now for runner's lunge. Front knee is bent. Inhale, open the heart. Looking up towards the sky or straight ahead. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left foot back to meet the right. Okay, Lilo, can you move? Lilo. Lilo, thank you. Inhale. Heels are lifted. Exhale, hop or walk your way into standing forward fold. Okay, that's good, guys. Thank you. Can you move, please, sir? Thank you. Inhale, spine is long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, overhead, hands to prayer, and exhale to heart center. The jungle life. It's not always about being in a quiet room, the candle lit and relaxing music. It's about taking care of yourself, whatever the environment and circumstances are, isn't it? So thank you for continuing to join along if you are. Widening the feet if that feels better for you. Even bringing the hands beside you if that feels better for you, or keeping them at prayer. Or maybe even one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Helps us to better connect to our breath. And then we're going to go into Warrior One. So you're going to bring that right leg back about 3 or 4 feet. You're going to have to just move out of the way there, sir. There we go. Just out of the way, Lilo. Good job. So it's about 4 feet back. It's on a diagonal, that back foot. Hips are aligned straight forward, and you're coming deep into that bend like the runner's lunge, but in Warrior One. Inhale, arms open, chest open, and exhale, come a little deeper into that lunge, that Warrior One. Feeling that stability and that strength that's being caused here. And then inhale, walk that foot a little bit further back, and now crisscross it. So now that right ankle, or that right arch, is lined up with the left heel. Reaching the left and right arms lengthwise. You can look back to make sure it's straight. Now we're in Warrior Two. Inhale and exhale, press a little bit deeper into that lunge. You can hold here and slow the breath for 3 rounds, or on the inhale you can lightly soften. And on the exhale you can go a little deeper. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Stay here for 1 more breath. Then we'll go into Reverse Warrior. Inhale, bring that right hand to that back leg. Flip that left palm to the sky. And then exhale, reach it overhead. So we're lengthening out the left side of the body in Reverse Warrior. Again, you can look up. Or if that doesn't feel comfortable right now, looking straight ahead is okay. Taking 2 full breaths here. Here we go again. And then reaching in that Warrior Two again. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, straighten that front leg for triangle. Exhale, hinge at the hip, reach forward, and then bring that left arm to that left shin. Again, it's just lightly on it. It's not holding you all together. And that right arm is to the sky. And you can look up towards that lifted arm. You can look straight ahead, or you can look down to the earth. Feeling that opening in that inner left thigh, the strength, the stability, the lengthening. Then inhale, bend that front leg, reach the arms out long. Exhale, warrior two. Thank you, Nina. You're joining along. And then inhale, walk that back foot in, back to that 3 or 4 feet apart, with that right leg on a diagonal and back into warrior one. Front leg is bent. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. You can straighten the arms too if that feels good for you. Inhale. Exhale. We don't want to get caught up in too many rules. We definitely don't want it to hurt. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to the mat. Rotate that right foot back straight like runner's lunge to meet up with the left. Thank you, ma'am. Then inhale, lift the right foot to meet up with the left. Exhale, hang over top of the leg, standing forward fold. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, hands on the shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, hands to prayer. Exhale to heart center. Hands out beside you. Coming into that warrior series on the other side. I'll stand back again a little bit. See me a little better. Feet out, hip width apart. Just gonna hold your base of support a little bit better. Another truck driving by with many people sitting on the back of it. And then bringing those feet back together. You're going to inhale, bring that left foot back, now 3 to 4 feet behind you on a diagonal. Warrior one, lining up the hips straight ahead, bending into that front knee, and then opening up the chest. And exhale, deepening into the lunge. Again, arms straight or bent like cactus arms. Maybe you even want to interlock the fingers and bring them behind your head. Opening that space, maybe deepening 1% more on the exhale. And then inhale, walk that back foot a little bit further. Now we're gonna crisscross. That is a loud motor. It's very far down the street now. You're gonna line up the right heel with the left arch. And you're gonna come down into warrior two, reaching those arms out long, looking straight ahead, then back, making sure those arms are straight. Again, you can hold for 3 breaths, or inhale, you can be soft. Exhale, deepen. Inhale. Exhale, little pulses if that feels nice. Inhale. Exhale, then hold 1 breath. Inhale, bring that left palm to that back leg and rotate the right palm to the sky. And exhale, reach it up and over, lengthening out the right side of the body. Reverse warrior. Feeling the stability, the strength, and the lengthening here. 1 more full breath. And then on your next exhale, bending back into that front leg and reaching those arms long for warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg for triangle. Exhale, hinge at the hip. Reach the arms long And then bring the hand onto the shin, or just rest it in front. And reach that left arm high, or if that feels uncomfortable, you want to keep your hand on the hip or beside you, that's okay as well. You want to look to the earth or straight ahead, all good. And then inhale, bend that right leg, arms long, exhale, press into it. And then inhale, walk that back foot in again, 3 or 4 feet away on the diagonal, hips aligned straight. Back into our warrior one, inhale, exhale, coming a little bit deeper into it. Inhale, exhale, then inhale, bring the hands to the earth, straighten that back foot, and exhale, bring the left foot back to meet the right. Standing forward fold. Just let everything hang here. Maybe you want to grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe you really want to exaggerate the bend in the knees so your chest, your belly can rest onto your thighs. And then releasing the arms, taking one breath and walking those feet in nice and close together. Inhale, on the exhale, knees are bent, arms come forward, Uttanasana, royal chair pose. If you'd like to see what I look like here, yes. Inhale, reaching long, head to the sky, exhale, come a little deeper. You can come towards the balls of the feet, inhale, exhale a little further. Feeling the strength here. Inhale, connection to your breath, exhale, and then inhale, coming back up, and exhale. Shake out the legs, that was a lot of leg work. Feet hip width apart, arms beside you. Jungle life of Costa Rica. I think we've done enough standing for today. So now we're going to come down onto our mat. And I'm wondering if I should put my hair up. We are going to reach the right leg out long. The left leg is going to continue to stay bent. The sole of the foot is pressed into the inner right thigh. For a seated forward fold. We did a standing forward fold before. Help us open up the back of the legs, lengthen them out. Inhale, head is long, spine is long, hands to the earth. Exhale, walking those hands towards the foot, but we're hinging at the hip, we're not rounding in the spine. So we're keeping a flat back, and we're only going as far as that allows us. Staying here for a breath. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, hinge at the hip and walk those hands a little closer to the foot. Again, inhale. Exhale, a little closer to the foot. Then inhale, fill up. On this exhale, now you can surrender and round the spine. So depending how tight you are is where your head is going to go. And your head might come all the way to the knee. Or you might rest your chin in your hands. Or you might just let the head hover. And take 3 full breaths, guiding your intention and your awareness into the back of that leg, the tight muscles back here, and allowing them to just be fed with some breath and some oxygen. And then slowly making your way up. Hello, Tika. And then we're going to reach the left foot out and bring the inside of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sorry for my dirty jungle foot. Can you just move a little bit right here, buddy? Okay? We're going to inhale. Okay, you can stay right there. Crown of the head to the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hip, walking the hands forward towards the foot. Flat back. Remember, only going as far as that allows us. Inhale. Exhale, walking it a little bit further, hinging at the hip. I know you want to be pet, but right now I'm doing this. After. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Now in this breath, when you exhale, you can surrender over top, and you may be tighter on one side compared to the other. If you need a bend in the knee, it's totally okay. And either bringing your head to the knee, Janusarasana, head to knee pose, or maybe chin into the hands, or stack, maybe a block, or maybe your head just hovers. Taking 3 full breaths. Feeding any tight muscles here. And then slowly walking the hands back, spine long, and bringing that left foot back to meet the right. Now we're in a seated cross-leg position. We're going to go into our first somatic stretch. So somatic stretches are a lot like yoga, but not necessarily traditional yoga postures. They can be, or they don't have to be. And whatever your body is asking you for, you know, we're always in a yoga class and we're thinking, oh, I wish they would do a hip opener, or I wish that I could open up my chest more, lengthen my neck, or whatever it is that your body is asking you for, this is the moment to do it. So the body is guiding you into your own individual perfect practice, and everybody's will look different. So I'm going to go into a posture of my own, and we're going to hold it for about 40 seconds, taking a good number of breaths, maybe 8 to 10 breaths in that posture. And so you're just going to find whatever your body is asking you for. Quite often, my shoulders are looking, my chest is looking to open up further. So I think I'm going to be guided into that, basket behind the head. But again, listening to your body, what it's asking you for. And when you get into the posture that you want to be in, finding a little bit more length and opening, and then coming into your breath. And you may get a sensation of yawning. That's your fascia releasing, stored trauma, tightness, blockages being released. Really guiding some nice, intentional breaths into this area. Again, if it feels good, 1% more lengthening or strengthening or opening, still connecting to that breath. Taking one more inhale and exhale, and at the end of that exhale, as it's beginning to release, you can just release out of whatever posture it is that you're in. Come back into a comfortable position, just feeling that individualized love. Breathing into the body, noticing any messages, sensations, signals. It's always a great idea to connect back to the body, connect back to the breath. can tell us so much. And we'll go into a second somatic seated posture. So again, that can look however you want it to look for you today. I think I'm going to come up onto my shins. And I'm going to open up my chest. Again, listening to your body, what it's asking you for. Doesn't have to be a traditional posture of any kind. When you find where you want to be, connect to your breath. And then after a breath or two, maybe lengthening 1% more. Reconnecting back, making sure you feel that opening, that strength or length, one tiny bit more. 2 more full breaths here. And then on that last exhale, just slowly coming back out of that somatic posture. And reconnecting to your foundation, your contact points, your breath, the sensations of your body. Recalibrating the energy. Releasing a sigh on the exhale if that feels good. Really releasing all of that air inside. To have a nice full inhale and the next breath. And then we'll go into one last somatic stretch. So again, it's listening to your body. Just come over here, Nina. Right there is good. There we go, buddy. Right here is fine. Yes? And again, I'm going to stay here on my shins. You can be cross-legged. Legs can be out long. You can twist to one side and not the other. It's whatever your body is asking for. Yes? So listening, thinking about what it is that you'd like to be doing here. And then guiding your body into that stretch or opening or strength. I'm going to reach my left arm down towards the earth and just have the right hand lightly on my ear, guiding some extra length from the left side of my neck. That's what my body is asking for. Guiding my awareness, my intention into the area my body is asking. Guiding some opening and a little tiny extra lengthening on the exhale here. And staying here for a few breaths in silence. I look down towards the earth. I get a little bit of a different stretch. It's the muscle I'm looking for. Maybe you adjust in your somatic stretch for the last few breaths, or stay exactly where you are. And then slowly on that next exhale, releasing out of it. Coming back into a comfortable seated position, however that may look for you. Feeling the body for a few breaths. So beautiful when we can listen to what our body is asking us. Listen to the signals it's telling us. Quite often we take for granted our breath, our body, which are both, well, our body is our vessel that serves us each and every day. Our breath is a magical tool that can bring us into imbalance or balance at any moment. Quite often we don't connect to that beautiful tool we have. And then I'm going to guide us onto our backs now. I'm just going to come this way. And the knees, the feet will be into the earth, mat width apart, knees crash in towards each other. Take a few breaths here. And then bringing those knees up towards the sky. Inhale. Thank you, Nina. On the exhale, let both knees melt towards the left like windshield wipers. Then inhale, come back to center. And exhale, both knees melt over to the right. Inhale, center. Move the body to your breath. On the exhale, both of them melt to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, both the knees to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Stay here for a few breaths. And inhale back to center. Exhale, both knees melt to the right. Stay here for a few breaths. Good boy. Hey, Lila. Hey, Nina. Inhale back to center. You okay, Tika? Tika, you okay? Okay, but don't get out of my video. Okay. All right. Thank you. 1 second. Stay right there. Thank you. Please move. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So then, we're lying on the back. And we can bring our knees into our chest. Give ourselves a little hug. You might rotate a little bit side to side as you breathe. When you breathe on the inhale, the belly gets nice and full and it's pressing into the thighs. Nice little massage in the spine, mid-spine, side to side. And then you can come back to center, and now we can try rolling up and down the spine. Seeing how that feels. And then bringing the knees back into the chest. A couple more breaths in stillness. And then inhale, release the arms, and exhale, reach the legs out long for Shavasana. Arms can be out beside you. Or one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, acknowledging and thanking yourself for guiding yourself through this practice today. Softening the muscles in the face. Releasing the teeth if they're clenched together. Letting the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Letting the eyes be soft and relaxed. And taking 5 full breaths here. Letting that breath sound like waves in the ocean or a breeze in the wind. And then hopefully you staying connected to your breath during that moment. You are able to just wake up the body a little bit with some little wrist and ankle movements. You might stretch out nice and long. And then pulling the knees back into the chest, maybe walking those feet a little bit onto the mat, knees bent, knees into the chest. Might roll over onto the side. In the fetal position here for a breath or two. And then slowly pressing your hand into the earth, coming back into seated, and hoping that that movement, that energy flow, that connection to your body, yourself, those messages help you throughout your day. I hope you have a beautiful one, and may it be as intended. And although we can't control the external, we can always control the internal. Namaste.